Why do some research projects lead to groundbreaking discoveries while others fall flat? The secret isn't just in the question you ask, it's in how you choose to answer it. Today, we'll unlock the systematic approach to choosing the right research methodology for any project. Whether you're a student starting your thesis or a professional tackling complex business problems, this guide will transform how you approach research design. Before we dive into selection, let's establish what research methodology actually means. Research methodology is your systematic plan, the blueprint that guides how you'll collect, analyze, and interpret data to answer your research question. Think of it like choosing the right tool for the job. You wouldn't use a hammer to perform surgery, and you shouldn't use qualitative interviews to test statistical relationships between variables. Every research methodology sits within a broader paradigm, a worldview about how knowledge is created. The three main paradigms are: first, the positivist paradigm. It seeks objective truth through measurement and testing. Next, the interpretivist paradigm. This one focuses on understanding meaning and human experience. And finally, the pragmatic paradigm. It uses whatever works best to solve the research problem. Your paradigm influences every decision you make, from research questions to data collection methods. Selecting the right methodology, it comes down to answering five critical questions systematically. First, what's the nature of your research question? Is it exploratory, descriptive, explanatory, or predictive? Next, what type of data do I need? Quantitative, qualitative, or a mix of both? Then, what are my practical constraints? Think time, budget, access to participants, or available resources. Fourth, what about sample size and accessibility? Am I looking for large representative samples, small targeted groups, or hard to reach populations? And finally, what level of control do I need? High, moderate, or low control? High control is experimental, moderate control is quasi-experimental, low control is observational. Let's explore when and how to use quantitative methodologies. First, experimental design. Best for testing cause and effect, like a new teaching method. Then, survey research. Great for describing large populations like customer satisfaction. Next, correlational studies. Identify relationships between variables, say study time and grades. Finally, secondary data analysis. Analyze existing data for new insights like population trends from census data. Ever wonder why people do what they do? Qualitative research is how I find out. I use in-depth interviews to really explore personal experiences and motivations. Then there are focus groups, perfect for understanding group dynamics and collective opinions. And ethnography, that's me observing in natural settings, understanding culture and context. Finally, case studies let me dive deep into unique phenomena like a successful transformation. It's all about getting to the why and how behind human behavior. Ever feel like one research method just isn't enough? Sometimes neither quantitative nor qualitative alone can fully answer your question. That's where mixed methods truly shine. First, sequential design. I conduct one method, then use those results to inform the second. Like surveying first to identify trends, then interviewing to understand why. Next, concurrent design. I collect both types of data simultaneously. Imagine observing behavior while measuring performance metrics, all at once. And finally, transformative design. It addresses issues of social justice and advocacy. Think community-based participatory research, making a real impact. Mixed methods. My research just got a whole lot deeper. Even experienced researchers make methodology selection mistakes. Here are the most common pitfalls. Don't choose methods first, then force research questions to fit. Be realistic about time, money, and access limitations. Ensure your methodology aligns with your research philosophy. Match your sample size to your methodology's requirements. Let's apply our framework to a real scenario. Our research question: how effective is remote work on employee productivity and job satisfaction? First, the nature of the question it's explanatory. Data needed, both quantitative and qualitative. Constraints: a 3-month timeline, moderate budget, and access to 200 employees. Our sample is medium-sized and accessible. Control needed is moderate, comparing remote versus office workers. My recommended approach, sequential mixed methods. Phase 1, survey all employees for productivity and satisfaction. Phase 2, in-depth interviews with selected participants. And just like that, our complete research design comes together. Got your research framework? Here's your action plan. First, define your research question clearly. Then, answer key questions and map to appropriate methodologies. Consider practical constraints, then create your detailed design plan. Remember, there's rarely one perfect method. Choose what best aligns with your question and reality. It's both an art and a science. This systematic approach strengthens your research. Download our checklist and subscribe for more tips.